And Professor Karunaratne, what can the government do? Let's have a look at the exchange rate. In January 2015, it was 131 approximately to the dollar.
Yes.
And today, it's approximately 181.
Yes.
181, 182, in that region. That's a lot of depreciation there.
Yes.
What needs to be done? What can be done? In fact, is there anything that can be done?
Yes, there is. The thing is that we know Sri Lanka is running with twin deficit. The one is the external deficit where actually we import more, but we export less.
Right.
So the time to time we know we import more and more with respect to vehicles and with respect to agricultural goods, and there are a lot of things what we can produce now we are importing. So when the imports are growing faster and faster, exports are not growing to that level, it is obvious that there is a balance of payment, balance of trade crisis. So that Sri Lanka is facing this external deficit. This is one of the main reasons, and we actually predicted to get more higher remittances to Sri Lanka,
right.
And that also not increasing as we expected. And of course, in 2015, the current government came into power. They expected that huge amount of foreign investment will come, but as we expected, they haven't come in. So there is a serious gap between our earnings and payments. So
why do you think that investment hasn't come in? What are we doing wrong?
That's very interesting, because we know in Sri Lanka, even 1978, we were expecting to get higher level of foreign investment. We could not get it. One of the reasons behind that is we know the Sri Lankan macroeconomic climate has not been favorable. The basic thing is that all the time there is no consistent policy is one thing. The policies are changing time to time. So in international community, all the time indicating that our policies are inconsistent and changing time to time, so there is no confidence, investor confidence. And long run, we thought that there will be solution after the war. There will be foreign investors coming here after the war, but they haven't come it. So
why was that?
The main reason behind, because the cost is rising in Sri Lanka, one thing, the cost of production. Because when I talked to some Japanese investors, they told me directly, okay, tell me what are the advantages if we come to your country? What are the advantages you can give us? Do you have enough skilled labor? Do you can you guarantee us the prices will not increase in next year or the following year? Or your inflation rate, can't you keep it less than 5% for longer period? So these are basic questions that after 1978, we can see that there were even double-digit inflation for certain years. But nowadays, little bit inflation has come down because of this global oil price has come down, and Sri Lanka also oil prices has come down. So this may be a reason where we are running now about 3%, less than 3% inflation rate. If we could keep that from 1978, that was a plus factor, definitely for indirect investment. So high inflation was one of the reasons why we could not attract the foreign investors to Sri Lanka. And the policy inconsistency, as I told. And our priority is not giving for manufacturing sector, because mostly the foreign investors going abroad in other countries going to directly for manufacturing sectors. In Sri Lanka, the manufacturing is not so strong. So we are asking them to come for either supply for local market or for services industry. So these are the things we expect.